Max, congratulations. Obviously kind of one of the weirdest moments of your career, right? I'm sure it'll feel just fine when the check clears, but it's probably a little unfulfilling tonight. So just as you sit there right now, just can you process what unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, I had the man weak in the knees, I guess. So, all jokes aside, I just hope he's good. I know Conor been battling some stuff. Looked like he really been changing. He found God. He had his kids in there. So, during the fight, you could obviously tell his demeanor changed, And I was, shout out to the ref. I was trying to tell the ref sooner, this guy's kids is front row, I don't want to see him take unnecessary damage. Trying to stop the fight, but this is how crazy Conor is. The first time he's on the ground, I was punching him. He's like, fight. I was like, okay. That's why I backed up. I said, stand up then. Let's fight. And then he fell back down, and then the fight was called.
I mean, you've been in the UFC octagon more than anybody, right? But I just wonder, you knew you had a wounded guy, but it's almost hard for you to stay mentally focused. Like, hold on, remember what we're here to do. I got to go hurt this guy.
Not at all, we killers. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being, you know what I mean? I think so. That's why I'm so loved in this sport, because I can actually separate the fighter from the person. So when I saw him hurt, I was like, man, come on, like you call this. He was done, and he wanted to fight. Tried to stand up again, fell back down. I just hope him a speedy recovery. It's all love to him. The man, like I said, is trying to change his life around. So sending prayers his way.
Yeah. You had a better look at it than anybody, and you identified it earlier. Do you think it was that first kick that he threw?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did the UFC podcast before I came here, and me and Wonderboy was talking about it. Even with him walking into the octagon, it didn't seem, it just didn't seem like the same Conor. Like I thought, he was stood there to fight, but like I thought he'd be a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more crazy. He looked like really, really calm, like super calm. So I was just kind of like, oh wow, let's see how this goes. And then of course I knew he was gonna attack me with something, and it was that kick, so, it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, you called for the trilogy, right? I'm sure there's several million reasons why that would make sense to you. But, I mean, is there any part of you that's like, I don't know if that really does make sense to go fight that guy?
Nah, bro. He was talking about this 170 domain. I put in this 170 work. We worked our asses off here, especially after turning around so fast after that March fight, and to come back. I want to feel this domain that he's talking about, this 170 Conor that he's talking about, this different world. That's what I want. So I know I want to see what his injury is, and as for me, I'm down to come back 2027. With that March fight and this fight, I know I came out unscathed, but I owe my family some time. I owe my wife and my son some time, some family time. So that's why I focus. You guys are gonna see Bless return in 2027.
You laid it out, but last thing for me, I mean, there's a case that a lightweight title shot would be kind of interesting. You know what I mean?
Hey, you said it, and I would love that. So I'm on the same boat as the 155 champ. I heard he's not coming back to next year too, so we might be on the same cruise.
Max, can you just go back? You had said what Conor was saying. He was saying, fight, let's go. But can you just walk us through when you were talking to the ref, telling him, hey, his kids are in the audience. Did you actually say that to the ref? I don't want, or what did the ref say?
Yeah, I told the ref, ref, stop the fight. He doesn't want to fight. I was like, bro, his demeanor is right. And then he said fight the first time. So I was like, okay, stand up. So I backed up, he stand up, and then he tried to do this hop step where he hop forward, hop back, and then he did it again, and then when he went back, he just kind of grabbed his leg, and he screamed. He said, and I was telling the ref, come on, bro. Like, what you want me to keep it? Like, this guy he brought his kids to the fight, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to beat up a wounded dog.
Max, what was this week like for you? I mean, it just seems so weird hearing you get booed and things of that nature. Like, that just never happens. So what was that like for you? I know it's such a big deal and a big fight, and you thrive in that stuff, but what was this week like for you?
Shout out to my management. It was actually a regular, pretty calm fight week. They kept everything under control for me with media-wise, and we just did what we had to do usually. And with the booze, I love the booze, It's always fun being the villain, The man even said it, Sometime he said my old nickname. He called me Little Evil. I don't know if you guys got that, but my nickname was Little Evil before I came Blessed. So I'm glad that when I get to bring out that persona for a little bit, and it's fun.
What would Blessed say to Little Evil? Like, as you're getting into the sport and you're kind of in that position to see where you're at now, headlining a card International Fight Week with the biggest star in the history of the sport, what would you tell Little Evil?
I'll tell Little Evil, get your head straight, stop being a jackass, and change your name to Bless.
Max, you kind of just touched on with John if, a trilogy could make sense or maybe not make sense, but let's say they come to you and say, yes, we're going to opt for the trilogy. Is there any part of you that fears that it'll be hard to promote this to the fans and just convince them, hey, Conor's coming back again and let's run it back?
Not at all. Not at all. You saw all the numbers that this thing was getting. That was after the man of 5 years. And you can just push it as, he got an injury. Wow, who cares? And I'm sure he might be the betting favorite. Who knows? That'd be great.
I mean, I asked just because I feel like the fans kind of made their voice clear today after the fight ended and just how he was on his way out.
I mean, that's not my fault. Like I said, I have people, I keep people weak in their knees, So at the end of the day, hopefully he comes back. If not, it is what it is. We got to sit down with Hunter, Dana, and we'll go from there.
Max, in the front right here, to go off of that, I don't know how to phrase this, but you fought Conor twice. He's blown his knee out both times. Do you think this fight between you is cursed? Because it seems like every time we...
Yeah, I don't know. And I bounced his head on the mat, so, that's one up for me. But, all jokes aside, you guys making me a terrible person. What the hell? But, all jokes aside, I hope he come back good. But that's crazy. Yeah, that's actually crazy that he did the thing. I just have that aura, I guess. I don't know. Knee aura.
Max in the back here. With so much excitement around Conor this week, you still have such a strong fan base here in Las Vegas. What's your message to those fans who've stayed with you through every single chapter?
I love you guys, I love you guys. I love the Ninth Island. I love all my fans. Thank you guys for riding the Bless Express, and buckle up because we got a few more fights in me, and I can't wait. I'm excited for the future. I know Dana White said he had 3 options for me, so I'm looking forward to hearing what the 3 options was, and we'll go from there.
Max, here on your left. Congrats on a big win. I was in here next door the other day when Dominic Cruz was being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I'm sure that's something we're going to see from you very soon as well. You'll be up there making one of those speeches, but the big thing about Dominic Cruz, the big narrative about him is that he has consistently rebounded from setbacks. You've been here through generations of fighters, and you're still here. They've come, they've gone, they've retired, they've disappeared for 5 years, they come back. Max Holloway is still the guy headlining the big cards. Do you think that, like Dom, your ability to just consistently get back up when the chips are down is going to be the thing that people are going to remember most about you when all is said and done?
For sure. That's what I would want them to remember, right? Me not only as a fighter, but me as a person to just persevere and come back from the downfalls. You know how much times I heard I had to retire. It gives me chuckle. If every time I listen to when I had to retire, I would have not had the 300 moment. I would have not had the best boxer moment. I would have not had that moment with Zombie over in Singapore. So, and then I would have not had this moment. So at the end of the day, people talk. They can talk all they want. I'm gonna keep doing me.
Congrats on a great win, man.
Thank you.
Max, back here. Speaking of another rematch, I saw Daniel Cormier beat you in the UFC video game after weigh-ins.
Get this guy out of here.
Are you gonna get DC back?
Get him out of here.
Are you gonna get him back?
I want to fight him. DC actually gonna come to. We actually have. I'm doing my first annual golf tournament for Holloway Foundation, and DC is gonna come out. He's one of the guest fighters, and he said he wanted to wrestle 1 takedown on the green. So you guys gonna see me put DC on his fat ass come July 20th.
Awesome. And on a more wholesome note, what charity are you supporting? I know it's your foundation. What are you doing the event for?
We are doing the event for actually 2 of them right now. There's a third one that we're trying to figure out, but there's a local gym called Westside Striking. It's a nonprofit foundation, and they are great. They got kids. I want to support them so much because I'm telling you guys right now, it's from Waianae, where I'm from. That's where it is. One of my uncles actually helped coach the team, and one of my good friends, Kioi, he actually is the one that runs everything for them. So we're gonna donate a bunch of money for them because you guys gonna hear one of those kids from that gym in the UFC or some other organization. But I'm just happy that I'm actually be able to give back to my community in that type of way, and especially fighters. These guys are fighters. These kids are animals, man. They got like multi Golden Glove champions, Olympian champions. So I can't wait for that. And then, of course, the Boys and Girls Club, One Night Boys and Girls Club, we always help them out. They gave me a shot. They always took care of me when I was a kid growing up. So that's the two right now. We're working on a third one right now, but right now, West Side Striking and One Night Boys and Girls Club.
Hey, Max, real quick over here in the back. Daniel Cormier has a bad habit of cheating on the UFC weigh-in show. Have you told the organizers to watch out to make sure he can't break the rules at the golf course?
Bro, he can break all the rules he wants. I don't care. So he's not winning the grand prize at the end. I'm gonna make sure of that because I get to pick who wins the grand prize. So he's not getting it 100%. So whoever's on his team, I'm sorry.
Random question, but can you describe the fit for the whole family? Because you guys walked in looking amazing.
Yeah,
tonight.
my wife's friend, Rocket Ahuna, he actually made this for us. I wanted to walk out. So this is royalty. This color is Hawaii royalty, red and yellow and red. And I wanted to actually walk out with a cape for this one. It's just huge, you know, especially with lineage, Hawaiian lineage. And he didn't make me the cape, but he kind of made it look like it's a cape. So it's just Hawaii, like a chief. I came walking in like a Hawaiian chief.
You fought at the T-Mobile several times, but tonight they had the special tunnel for the rematch. I just want to know, what did you think of that? Did it feel different? And did it feel more epic with the smoke and everything tonight?
Oh, bro, it was sick, bro. It was like 250 Freedom Card vibe. You know, I got to walk, and then my coaches. It was kind of weird at first when I was in the back because I didn't know I was going to do that. And then they had me in the back, and he's like, "You're by yourself." I'm like, "Holy shit!" Usually my coaches is here, and we're like, you know, talking to each other, getting amped, and it was cool to do that walk a little bit by myself. I actually finally got to see it. It made it look like I was walking through water, which is amazing, and I'm just blessed to be a part of these big moments at the UFC.
Max, how long have you been thinking about making Hawaii 78 one of your walkout songs, and were you saving it for a special occasion?
Oh, I was thinking of it forever, bro. I was thinking of a very special occasion, and then when the Conor McGregor came up, I was like, this is huge. We know he always does a shout out to his country, so I had to do one the right way, you know, and it had to be Hawaii 78, man. We had other ones. I really wanted to do Take Me Home Country Road, because I am from Waianae, Markaha, but at the end of the day, we had to go at 78.
Max, going back to your ahu ula that you wore representing Hawaii and Native Hawaiians, just a few minutes ago, Dana talked about how you're one of the most influential fighters in the organization and you really helped put Hawaii on the map. How important is that to you to continue that legacy?
Huge. I mean, coming from the boss man, that's huge to hear, you know. It sucks that Hawaii tourism authorities not giving me my lick at that when we did have the title back in 2016 to fight at the Aloha Stadium, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to go home. But hopefully we can keep doing it, and then hopefully if one of the West Side Striking kids come up, make a name, and then they get to have a title fight there. So I'm excited.
How's it, Max? I was going to ask for your suit if it was like, you know, red theme for the red panty night, but your answer was just way better there. And in fact, you've been mentioning a lot of Chief slash Hawaiian history stuff in the lead up to this. So I got to ask, have you seen Chief of War? And if they make a second season, are we going to get Max Holloway in there? Have you talked to some people, Max?
Talk to Momoa. Get my ass in there. I've been trying to ask, but I'm covering so much tattoos. I'm going to be sitting down so long for it. I'm like, I don't know, but I would love to be a part of it.
I mean, 170 Max might look good up on that set, right?
You might see 205 Max if I get the part. Who knows?
Awesome. Thank you.
Max, Eric Richter, New York Post, right over here. Middle, yeah. Right.
I got you, bro.
Much has been made, just to take you back to the fight in the moment with Conor, much has been made, people maybe speculating that maybe a pre-existing injury existed in this fight. Is there anything that you could speak to on that, and do you feel like he was healthy going in?
I mean, we all come in injured. You know what I mean? It's the fight game. If you get to come in 100%, that's a blessing. Your nickname should be blessed, because every single fighter coming in injured, you know. And if it is, that just proved to show how much of a warrior he is, you know. So shout out to him, you know. Like I said, this guy has unlimited money. He could have ridden in the sunset. You know, he found God. He got a great family. He got everything he ever wanted. And this guy still chose to come back. And then now you're telling me he might have an injury. His mindset is freaking, he's a wild man, bro. So, you know, I might poke fun and, you know, and tease him here and there. But that's just part of the fight game. As a person, he's an animal, and I got nothing but respect and love for him.
Absolutely. And the last one for me, you know, maybe walk me through when the kick actually was thrown. Were you surprised that he like ran at you with a
Not at all.
kick?
Not at all. I knew he was gonna. I thought he was gonna. He always jump in with a side kick to the front leg or something. I was just surprised of how slow motion it looked in the air. I was like, whoa, 170 world is kind of fun.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Champ, here. I just want to listen. What is your message for your people?
My message?
Yeah. What do you want to say to all your people?
The number one message I would say, just if you guys got something you guys believe in, go after it and keep pushing. You know, if you guys told me I was going to be here in front of you guys after what happened in March, I would tell you guys, you're a damn liar, you know. So never give up. Keep your head down. Keep working. Good things come to people who work hard.
Thank you, Champ.
Max, I know you just said 170 max is fun. I know before the fight you kind of told me Islam Makhachev would be like a opponent you would really like. If one of the scenarios the UFC comes to you with is, you know, staying at this weight and maybe trying to make a run, is that appealing to you at all?
Brother, that would be so much fun. You know, I think so. I want to become a 2-division champ. I don't think anybody did that yet. Skip one and then go just to another weight class. So that'd be amazing, right? That'd be so much fun. And then if I beat Islam, right, if I got to get the fight and I beat him, in Justin's words, I would have been the 155 champ. So I'm the first triple champ. Problem solved.
You got the BMF belt at 155 too, right?
Yeah, people count it. You know what I mean? I want the gold one. That silver, that platinum, whatever they make the belt out. That belt is actually heavier than the undisputed title, which is kind of crazy. But whatever they make out of that belt, I want the gold one. So if it's at 155 or 170 or 185, who knows?
What would be your mindset going into a rematch with Justin? Because obviously a moment that can't really be topped. I know you said you want to chase that 300 moment every time in there. Like, how would you go in there approaching a rematch?
I'll go out there, do the same damn thing. I just think go out there and just put on a masterpiece. That's what I want to do. You know, I know he's gonna come in there and try and make the fight ugly, and I wanna go in there and make the fight nice and come out clean. But every time someone fight him, they look like they just got out of a car crash. So that's the task at hand. It's just going out there and get my hand raised again. You know, I would love to share the octagon with him. I know he said he mentally wasn't there in the first one, so I would love to run down back too. Thank you, guys.